Justice Department seeks death penalty for Luigi Mangione in high-profile CEO murder case, New York, NY. The U.S. Justice Department has officially announced that it will seek the death penalty for Luigi Mangione, the man accused of murdering UnitedHealthcare CEO Brian Thompson. The decision, revealed by Attorney General Pam Bondi on Tuesday, marks one of the first major federal death penalty cases under the Trump administration's renewed stance on capital punishment. Mangione, 26, faces a long list of state and federal charges stemming from the December 4, 2024, killing of Thompson outside a Midtown Manhattan hotel. Authorities say the murder, which led to a week-long nationwide manhunt, was premeditated and tied to an alleged act of terrorism. Federal and state charges mount against Mangione. Mangione has pleaded not guilty to the state charges, which include first-degree murder, second-degree murder, and multiple weapons and forgery offenses. Prosecutors argue that the crime was carried out in furtherance of an act of terrorism, an allegation that significantly increases the severity of his potential sentencing. At the federal level, Mangione faces charges of murder with a firearm, stalking, and other weapons-related offenses. The Justice Department has indicated that if convicted on these capital charges, it will push for the death penalty. He is currently being held in federal custody in Brooklyn, while his New York State case moves forward. Defense pushes back as the U.S. Justice Department stands firm. Mangione's attorney, Karen Friedman Agnifilo, has been in discussions with federal prosecutors regarding the case, but has not issued a formal response to the Justice Department's decision. Meanwhile, the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Southern District of New York has declined to comment on the case. Amid the legal battle, Mangione has added Abraham Moskowitz, a defense attorney with extensive experience in death penalty cases, to his legal team. Court records show Moskowitz has represented more than 50 defendants in capital punishment cases in New York. Trump administration's tough stance on capital punishment. The decision to seek the death penalty aligns with the Trump administration's aggressive push to reinstate federal executions. After taking office in January, President Donald Trump signed an executive order directing the Justice Department to pursue capital punishment in cases deemed severe enough. Attorney General Bondi echoed this sentiment in early February, lifting the federal execution moratorium put in place during the Biden administration. "This shameful era ends today," Bondi wrote in a memorandum denouncing President Biden's prior commutation of 37 federal death row sentences. Going forward, the Department of Justice will once again act as the law demands. Mangione's growing online support and legal fundraising. Despite the severity of the charges, Mangione has amassed a significant online following, with supporters rallying behind him and donating over $700,000 toward his legal fees. Authorities have yet to comment on the movement, but experts note that high-profile criminal cases often draw polarized reactions from the public. What's next for Mangione? Mangione's trial in New York State Court will proceed before any federal case moves forward. If convicted on state charges, he faces life in prison without the possibility of parole. Should he be found guilty on federal charges, the Justice Department has made it clear it will pursue the harshest penalty allowed by law. With national attention on the case, Mangione's fate now rests in the hands of the courts. Stay tuned for further updates as this story develops.